Good evening and welcome to the white-hot atmosphere of Casablanca. After 90 minutes, perhaps 120, perhaps even a penalty shootout, we'll know whether Morocco or the Democratic Republic of Congo will be going to Qatar for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in November. For Morocco, it'll be their 6th qualification for the finals tournament. For the Democratic Republic of Congo, the last time they qualified, the only time they've qualified indeed, was 48 years ago in 1974, when the country was still called Zaire. Those fans have made a very long trip to Casablanca in the hope that their team can come through and end that very long wait for a place in the final tournament. There's no doubt, though, that Morocco expect. It wasn't the best performance from Vahid Halilhodzic's side on Friday in the first leg in steamy Kinshasa, but they did manage to get an away goal and a draw that sees them come into this one tonight with a slight advantage. Johan Wissa's early goal had put DRC in front, but Tariq Tissoudali came off the bench. He's been prolific in the Belgian league this season, and he struck a really fine equaliser after being teed up by Ayoub El Kabi. And those two, they start this evening as Halilhodžić puts his faith in the substitutes who have given his team the edge ahead of this one here tonight. Well, Morocco certainly disappointed, at least in terms of their expectations at the Nations Cup recently, with their defeat in the quarter-finals to the eventual runners-up, Egypt. Egypt as well playing for their place at the World Cup as we speak. In fact, 2 of the 5 qualifiers, the second legs kicking off earlier tonight, and one team is already celebrating qualification. Ghana are through to the final tournament. They have picked up a draw in Nigeria. Thomas Partey's 10th minute goal putting Ghana ahead. Willem Troostekong with a penalty to equalise for Nigeria also in the first half, but that away goal proving decisive in that tie. Senegal and Egypt in a repeat of the 2021 Nations Cup final we had just a couple of months ago. Well, they are in extra time as things stand. Senegal going into that one a goal down. Boulaye Dia with a 3rd minute goal to give the Lions of Teranga some hope, and taking the side that they pipped to the African title in Cameroon into extra time. The other 3 qualifiers, including this one, all kicking off at 7:30 local time. Tunisia, Mali, and Algeria, Cameroon, both sides with home sides with a 1-0 advantage after the first legs. This one locked at 1-1. There's Hector Cooper, the Democratic Republic of Congo coach. Of course, made his name with Mallorca in the last decade of the millennium, and then with Valencia, taking them to 2 European Champions League finals in succession. Even though they lost both, still a tremendous achievement from the Argentine, who'll no doubt be keeping one eye on Egypt's result. Former Egypt coach, of course, but now in charge of the DRC and his side playing for their World Cup future and presence this evening in Casablanca. Incredible atmosphere being made by both sets of fans, but of course it's largely a majority Moroccan crowd backing the home side to reach a 6th World Cup finals. Morocco and the Democratic Republic of Congo step out in Casablanca. 90 minutes, maybe 30 extra, maybe, just maybe a penalty shootout to decide which of these two will be among the 5 representatives of the African continent in Qatar at the World Cup finals in November. Locked at 1-1, remember, after the first leg in Kinshasa. This one promises to be exciting. It promises to be extremely tense. And let's hope it's just a great game of football. But one team will go home jubilant, the other absolutely heartbroken. The two teams lining up, Morocco in the green on the left. Roman Saiz, their captain. Next to the officials, and on the opposite side, the DRC, the visitors this evening. And it's the visitors who get their anthem first. As they might expect, a rather hostile reception from the home fans for the visitors. And now get ready for the Moroccan national anthem, which you imagine will be cheered with some gusto. Unbelievable atmosphere in Casablanca. Morocco expects the Democratic Republic of Congo hopes to poop the party, though. 4 changes for the Morocco side compared to the one that stepped out in Kinshasa on Friday. Jawad El Yamik, a surprise selection, the Valladolid man, in as Vahid Halilhodzic maintains a back 3, which has been under some criticism in the local media. Imran Loza makes way for Azzedine Ounahi in midfield, and up front it's Tarek Tissoudali and Ayoub El Kabi, the pair who teamed up on Friday in Kinshasa to get the goal after coming off the bench. And they replace Youssef En Nasiri, and Ryan Maye, who you may remember missed a penalty in Kinshasa. As we get a look at the officials, and remember there is VAR available for this game. Polish officials in charge of that today. Our match referee from Burundi, Pacific Dabi Hawenimana. And it looks like Morocco are going to get to kick off as Romain Saïss meets his counterpart Marcel Tisserand. Didn't play in the first leg, did the Fenerbahce defender. He comes in tonight to take the captain's armband from Djemersi Mbakani, who drops down to the bench rather surprisingly. 3 changes Hector Cooper makes, in fact, with Tisserand. One's enforced after Glodian and Gonda were sent off in the first leg. Arthur Masuaku comes in at left back, and Elia Meshak is in up front to join Cedric Bakambu and Yohan Wissa in a front 3. Looks like a 5-2-3 for the visitors, or a 3-4-3, whichever you prefer. Regardless, 2 excellent sides out there this evening, and we should see a fabulous game of football. Morocco will certainly be kicking themselves for not having picked up the win in Kinshasa. Morocco get us underway then, as they and the Democratic Republic of Congo face off over 90, 120, or perhaps even penalties for a place at Qatar 2022. Smoke filtering across the pitch from the flares that have been lit around the stadium. It's been an incredible atmosphere before kickoff. The singing of the Moroccan national anthem, something to be really marvelled at. It seemed that everybody, bar the small pocket of DRC fans, in absolute full voice. DRC in their away kit of white with the blue trim. They're coming forward now down this left-hand side. And the first touch for Elia Meshak, one of 3 changes to the team that Hector Cooper has made from the first leg. 1 enforced after Ngonda was sent off late in that one for a second bookable offence. That's well one back high up the pitch from Masuaku. He's another one of the changes. That's an ambitious strike from out of nowhere from Amale. Great hit from the defender, and Bunu was not too sure. Ambitious start from the visitors. Here's Romain Saïss, whose little deflection off the head of Yohan Wissa's shot in the first leg, just totally wrong-footed Bunu. Very unlucky. The Wolverhampton Wanderers defender, who's developed into such a good centre-back in his time in England. That was careless. And away by Luyin Dama, who had a very, very good first leg, in fact. Really solid, the Galatasaray defender, who's actually just gone off to Saudi Arabian football on loan. Get a first view of Jawed El Yamik, who plays his football in the Spanish second division with Valladolid. A little bit of a surprise inclusion. Many people thought that Sofian Shakla would be the man to come in. That was the name actually initially on the team lineups. Hakimi stopped in his tracks by Masuaku. That'll be a good individual duel down this right-hand side. Hakimi, it has to be said, did not have a great first leg. Here's Adam Messina searching for El Kaabi. Morocco will tend to go a little bit direct with El Kaabi in the side. Here's Unahi, one of those 4 changes to the Moroccan starting lineup compared to the first leg. Hakimi, he did play in Kinshasa, of course. Unahi again plays his club football in France, as does Hakimi, but Hakimi at PSG and Unahi at Angers. Hector Cooper playing mind games in his pre-match press conference, saying that although Morocco will have huge support here today, and indeed they do, that could also add the pressure on them, especially if the DRC get the first goal. Was that a little hamstring problem for El Yamik? Certainly appeared to be holding his left hamstring, the 30-year-old. That would be a blow. Just trying to stretch it out as we take a look at Sofiane Boufal, who's not going to come off the bench to play centre-back. That's for sure. A little bit of a surprise that we didn't see him in the starting lineup here this evening. Surely we will do, particularly if Morocco need a goal. It was one of the more impressive performances from Morocco in that Nations Cup challenge. That's a good ball through. Here's Bakambu. The referee decides that that is a Morocco ball. I think the flag was up on the far side. Indeed, and rightly so. Nice little first touch though from Bakambu, who's been in such good form with Marseille since returning to European football in January, and indeed that is going to be the end of El Yamik's evening before it's barely even started. Sami Maye, looks to me, just from the silhouette, is going to come on. And El Yamik, after missing the first leg, has lasted barely 5 minutes of the second. And we're going to have the same back three as we did in Kinshasa as far as Morocco are concerned. So for the moment, the hosts down to 10 men. Hakimi now. It's onside. Is Tissoudali. Hakimi again. Swung in towards El Kaabi's a real threat in the air. Here's El Kaabi. Back in the stadium where he had a couple of seasons with Wydad Casablanca before leaving last summer to play in Turkey with Hatayspor. Samuel Bastien back to Marcel Tisserand, wearing the captain's armband this evening with Mbakani on the bench. That was dangerous from Louis Ndouma, a mistake. And they get away with it. Do the DRC. That's a great opportunity, and it was gifted to them by Christian Louis Ndouma. And after combining so well in the first leg for the goal, Tarek Tissoudali and Ayoub El Kaabi not quite on the same wavelength there. If they had been, surely Morocco would have been ahead. So Sami Maye is on. An early enforced change for the home side. Chancellor Mbemba taking no chances. Nor should he after seeing what Louis Ndouma just did. Here's Tisserand. Gets it back. Strong pressing from Selim Amala. This one of 5 make or break qualifiers this evening, of course, in the African zone. One has already been played to a finish between Nigeria and Ghana. Ghana going through on away goals. Thomas Partey's early strike in Abuja, taking the Black Stars through. And in the replay of the Africa Cup of Nations, as bottles rain down on Yohan Wissa. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. We are approaching another penalty shootout between those two, unless Egypt get a late goal. In fact, they have gone to penalties. So more drama between Senegal and Egypt. Plenty of drama here too, though. 1-1 after the first leg, remember. Morocco 0. Democratic Republic of Congo 0 after 10 minutes in Casablanca. And Mbemba's there. Away by Messina. Meshak trying to battle his way through and does. Really smashed it across goal, did Elia Meshak. Plays his club football in Switzerland with young boys in Bern. Here's Roman Saiz. Long ball, easily picked off by Tisserand. Wissa. Fouls Amala. No Hakim Ziyech, of course. No Nusayr Mazraoui in the Morocco squad after a very public falling out with Vahid Halilhodzic. That will no doubt get mentioned quite a lot if Morocco don't get through this one. Probably get mentioned even if they do. Certainly Nordin Amrabat, the brother of Sofiane Amrabat, having quite a few things to say in the Dutch press about it. Not favourable towards Mr. Halilhodzic, has to be said, as Masuaku just gets a little dressing down from the Burundian referee. Hakimi with the throw. Here's El Kabi. Maye tried to just flick it into the run of Unahi. Here is Sofiane Amrabat, Dutch-born, the Fiorentina midfielder. That's a lovely ball through. Here goes El Kabi with the shot. Not easy to generate the sort of power that would have really troubled Kia Simbua. But he and Tissoudali certainly seem at times to have a good understanding. It was Tissoudali's ball through. Here's Saiz again, at the heart of that three-man back line. Naif Aguerd, who'll be hoping to celebrate his 26th birthday tomorrow with a World Cup finals tournament to look forward to. Here's Amrabat. Hacked away by Masuaku. Drifts out of play. Vahid Halilhodzic, also back in Casablanca. You may remember he was the coach of Raja Casablanca, 97-98, did the Moroccan League and the African Champions League double. This the home of Wydad Casablanca and Raja Casablanca. Recently hosted a couple of Champions League finals as well last year between Kaizer Chiefs and Al Ahly. And in 2017 when Wydad won the title here, actually, as Tissoudali gets his head on that. Cutely done by Amaled to find Wissa. For the moment, DRC, apart from that ambitious strike from Amaled, struggling to make inroads into the Moroccan backline. Sami Mai joined his brother Ryan at Ferencváros in the Hungarian league. Sakimi plays that forward, but there's nobody in a red shirt. As we have 15 minutes gone in Casablanca. Morocco 0, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. If it stays like this through the 90 minutes, then Morocco will go through on away goals. If it ends 1-1 after 90 minutes, then we'll go to extra time. That's the only score that can take us to extra time, actually. Hakimi's header. Easily cut out by Chancellor Mbemba. And that's easy for Bounou. Didn't have a whole lot to do, actually, in the first leg, Yassine Bounou. Unahi. It's not going to run through for Amala. Here's Amrabat. Morocco dominating possession. Saiss. Unahi. Now Hakimi. That's a good ball. Didn't seem to believe Amala. Might have struck that with more venom. Just try to guide it towards the goal. Did Salim Amala. Easy enough for Kia Sambua, who's actually already a World Cup winner. Back in 2009, won the Under-17 World Cup with Switzerland, his country of his birth, alongside the likes of Granit Xhaka, and Ricardo Rodriguez and Haris Seferovic, who could well come up against if he reaches the World Cup in Qatar. Oh, brilliantly done by Hakimi, nicely done! And Tissoudali with the shot. I think it was a shot. Might be claiming he was trying to cross it after seeing where the ball ended up. If El Kaabi had gambled and attacked the space, he would have scored as well, surely. Morocco fans certainly believe that their side is edging closer to the opening goal here. And after hearing the national anthem, you have to wonder what sort of noise they're going to make if they do score. Tisserand with the throw. Away by Louis Ndouma. And the chase is on. And he's quick as Meshak. There's a push in there, surely, from Maye, but not spotted. Amrabat. Now Naya Faged. Amrabat again. Drives forward from midfield, that's a foul. Cedric Bakambu working hard. Said his team has to be 100% focused as the man who's known as back a goal. It's Good play by Hakimi. Amala with the free kick. It's a deep one, and no real test for Kia Sumbua. Saw Ryan Maye put that first leg penalty over the bar before being beaten by Tarek Tissoudali. Not really much he could do either about the strike from Tissoudali. Real clean hit from just inside the area on the half volley. Messina down that left-hand side. Now Tissoudali away by Luyenduma. And it comes again from Messina. Again Luyenduma in the way, and the strike from Unai! Brilliant goal from Morocco! What a hit from Azzedine Ounahi! And Casablanca explodes in sheer delight. When the ball came out to Azzedine Ounahi, he didn't need asking twice. Sensational strike from the Angers midfielder. And no wonder they want to record the moment for posterity. That could well be the goal that takes Morocco through to the World Cup finals. Unsighted was Kia Sumbua, but I'm not sure it would have made any difference, even if he'd seen the ball leave Unai's foot. What a hit from the Morocco number 8. It's Morocco 1, DRC 0. Morocco lead 2-1 on aggregate. And he wants more noise. I'm not sure how they're going to produce that. What an atmosphere in Casablanca. On the home side, have the advantage. Well, Sami Maye's hands were all over Bakambu. They're all over Bakambu. Just to update you on the other games that are or have been going on. Senegal will be joining Ghana in the World Cup. Sadio Mane with the decisive penalty in the shootout. As Bakambu says that was a foul, and I have to say, I would presume that VAR took a look at it. So Senegal through, Ghana through. We know 2 of the 5 teams who will represent Africa at next November's World Cup final tournament in Qatar. Which one of these 2 will be joining them? At the moment, it's advantage Morocco midway through the first half. And what a goal from Azzedine Ounahi. Here's Hakimi. Not a great cross. Was under par in the first leg. Was Achraf Hakimi. Joined PSG in the summer after winning the Italian title with Inter Milan. Of course, just had the major disappointment of being knocked out of the European Champions League by his former club, Real Madrid. In fact, his hometown club, born in Madrid, is Hakimi, to parents of Moroccan origin. Well, that's going to run through nicely for Tissoudali. Chance for a second here, maybe. And good recovery from Mbemba, who tracked El Kaabi all the way. And the DRC on the ropes here. Tisseran's ball forward. Few words exchanged between Amrabat and Amale. Bakambu getting involved, and Mbemba as well. Not quite sure what happened there. I think it's the challenge on Wissa that's infuriated the DRC players. Well, painful, no doubt about it, from Amrabat. And a foul. But I wouldn't say it was much more than that. And that's disappointing from Amale. He's asking for the card, but Amrabat's getting one anyway. So the first booking of the game for Sofiane Amrabat. The Moroccan midfield enforcer will have to watch his step now a little bit. So is this going to be double disappointment for Hector Cooper, in the sense that he's seen his former team, Egypt, knocked out? So Senegal through, remember, on penalties. Repeating their win over Egypt in that Nations Cup final. Ghana through as well. The other two games, as we see the goal, I think, once again. The other two teams in action, or the other two games, I should say, Tunisia, Mali, and Algeria, Cameroon, still goalless. They kicked off at the same time as this one. As Aguirre gets his head to that, and I don't think Bruno will be able to stop the ball from going from for a corner. And Aguirre saying he couldn't see the ball. Floodlights, of course, are on. Wissa with the corner. Bakambu trying to make space, and I've seen it all over him. And then protesting his innocence when he very clearly was literally getting to grips with Bakambu. Here's Wissa. Wissa's ball in. It's a good header as well. And a foul in there. Louis Ndouma charging in on Bunu. Yeah, no wonder that Yassine Bunu needs a little bit of a breather. I think he's taken a blow to the head as well. Let's take a look again. Indeed, there was a clash of heads between Louis Ndouma and Bunu. That'll be of some concern to Vahid Halilhodzic. Hopefully Bunu is fit enough to continue. Certainly quietened the DRC fans, that opening goal for Morocco. But their side just needs a goal to take it to extra time. And if they were to score a second goal, the DRC, then Morocco would need 3 tonight. This split just above the eye, and he's getting stitches on the pitch, is Yassine Bunu. That looks nasty. be set for quite a lengthy delay. Mounir El Kajwi is warming up. Little word with the captain, Roman says, who's just unflappable. But this would be a significant blow. Yassine Bounou, who's been so good for Sevilla in the last 2.5 seasons. It's a significant blow, just above the eye. It's like a boxer's injury. No blame on Louis Ndoumé, who's going for the ball. Anxious wait for the Morocco fans, with Bounou still down and receiving treatment. So Mounir looks on. And now some of the DRC players, not quite sure what they're doing. And tensions are high on the pitch. I presume they surely can't think that Bounou is just time wasting. He's got his eye split open. No debate about that. Gal Kakuta on the DRC bench, as you can see. Teo Bongonda as well, who many expected to see start the first leg, only came off the bench. Well, let's see, is action going to be taken against Louis Ndoumé now? Bounou is still down. He was getting stitches. They're going to need to wrap his head quite significantly. And real concern, as you can see, on the faces of the Morocco players. It's been a good 4 to 5 minute stoppage now as Mounir continues to warm up. Like Hakimi, Spanish born. Here's Mounir. This was the goal that separates the two sides. Great strike from Azzedine Ounahi. What a goal. Not easy as well. Get that sort of power and direction and precision. And as I said at the time, Kia Sambua on-sighted, but I don't think it makes any difference. He wasn't going to get that. Louis Ndoumé talking to his DRC teammates. It's been a long stoppage now. Good 7 minutes. Bounou still down. As I said, he was getting stitches on the pitch. And now they're starting to bandage that injury. Big cut just above the left eye of Yassine Bounou. Well, he may look frustrated, Hector Cooper, but there's not a lot to be done, really. It's a goalkeeper, so... Well, that's a more positive side, is it? Looks to be putting his tracksuit back on. Oh, in fact, no. Imran Louza starting on the bench tonight after starting the first leg in Kinshasa. Interesting, look at Halil Hodzic there. You can see him just telling his players to get moving. They've been stopped for a long time. And I think in situations like this, it's a good idea. They're getting there with Bunu, who fortunately, and this is the most important thing, doesn't look to be concussed. I'm sure they'll have undergone all the necessary protocols. Well, it seems to me that Vahid Halil Hodzic is getting warmed up again for the restart as the bandaging of that injury begins. Surely going to take another minute or two before we get started again in Casablanca. Morocco have qualified for the World Cup twice before with games in this stadium, so it has some good memories for them. And a big roar for Bunu as he gets back to his feet. That gets the fans going again. Good 8-9 minute stoppage, if not more, for the treatment for Yassine Bunu, but he seems able to carry on. And we're underway again in Casablanca. Morocco leading 1-0. 2-1 on aggregate. Again with the header. Helped on by Amala. Messina with the header. Drops for Kayembe. It was his really fine through ball for Yohan Wissa in the first leg that led to the DRC's goal, the Watford midfielder. A very good game in Kinshasa, actually. Did Edu Kayembe. Just moved to England in January following 5-year stint in Belgium with Anderlecht and Open. Here goes Tisserand. Wasted by the DRC captain, but the first time we've seen him stride forward from the back. Wins his 33rd cap tonight. Does Marcel Tisserand. Hasn't played a lot for Fenerbahce, his club, of late. But a real mainstay of the Leopards. DRC actually with a better Nations Cup pedigree in terms of finals victories than Morocco. They've got 2 of them, though the last of theirs was in 1974. Morocco have won the Nations Cup just once, believe it or not. Quite incredible, given the amount of talent that's been in the country's football side for many a year now, all the way back in 1976, that one Nations Cup win. Here's Unahi, the goal scorer. Hakimi. He went for goal from distance. Scored a fabulous free kick, and I mean fabulous, in the Nations Cup. In the last 16 win against Malawi, which saw some excellent goals. A great game that was in Cameroon as Wissa comes forward. Amale, fouled by Amale. Here's Wissa again. On the right-hand side tonight, Johan Wissa, after playing much of the first leg on the left as an inverted winger. Dispossessed by Amala, and Tissoudali won't get there ahead of Luyenduma. Heavily strapped left leg, you can see Tarek Tissoudali has been in rare goal-scoring form for Ghent in the Belgian league. 15 and 27 appearances in the Belgian top flight this season for the Netherlands-born striker who turns 29 on Saturday. So Bouna has to come out and use that head, and then just runs into Bakambu. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Another shock to the system for Bouna. That was the last thing he wanted or needed. Absolutely bone-jarring collision with Bakambu, who was rock solid. And we're going to have a change. And this is a major moment in the game. But of course, the main priority is the health of Yassine Bouna. More medical staff being called on, and a degree of concern as well as Munir Mohammadi prepares to step onto the pitch. And Yassine Bouna may well have been able to continue the game if it hadn't been for that collision with Bakambu. Well, it's good to see Bouna's on his feet, but walking very, very gingerly. And this is something that in football has perhaps not been taken too seriously in the past, concussion, but certainly is now, as concerned Vahid Halilhodzic and Faisal Fair look on. So we've already had one injury in 4, substitution in the first half for Morocco. We've now got a second, and it's their goalkeeper. The entire stadium singing his name. But it's going to be Munir Mohammadi who's on. "32-year-old. Wins his 43rd cap. He's got plenty of experience. Plays his club football at Hatayspor alongside Ayoub El Kabi. But those two changes already mean that if this game does go to extra time, There's going to be a lot of tired Moroccan legs out there. Played forward by Aged. It's over the head of Tissoudali. Now Kabi chasing. Real determination from the 28-year-old forward. Well, the clock's ticking towards the 45-minute mark, but stay right where you are because the half-time break isn't coming up anytime soon. Surely it's going to be double digits, the number of minutes to be added on. Foul by Hakimi right in front of the assistant referee on this near side. Nice little exchange between the assistant referee and presumably one of the Moroccan players who didn't think that was a foul, despite the fairly blatant nature of the push by Achraf Hakimi. As Meshak hasn't had a lot of chance to shine so far. Dispossessed again. Aged now has developed into an excellent centre-back during his time in France. Nayef Aged now with Rennes after coming to the fore at Dijon. 12 minutes to be added on. Don't think I've ever seen that, but understandable after the injury to Yassine Bounou. Here's Roman Saiz. Chance here maybe for Wissa, that's a foul. But against the DRC, says Mr. Dabi Hawani Mana. Cameroon have taken the lead against Algeria. Algeria won the first leg in Cameroon 1-0. Cameroon now lead in Algeria 1-0, so that one all square. Here's an opportunity maybe for DRC. Meshak and tests Munir, who's equal to the task. That'll do the substitute goalkeeper some good. Wasn't the most difficult save he'll ever make. Still had to be made. But just a couple of openings for DRC in the last couple of minutes. Munir, who actually played in goal at the 2018 World Cup for Morocco. Here he is again. Not a great clearance. Wissa. Intercepted by Amala. Straight to Luyenduma. Here goes Meshak, pursued by Sami Maye. And Munir comes for that one. And that will do his confidence good as well. Alia Meshak unwittingly helping the substitute goalkeeper settle in here. Had that shot which wasn't particularly testing, and that cross which can say exactly the same about. Al-Kabi's header. Amrabat, little spot of head tennis here. Another great ball by Saiz. The two Moroccan players get in each other's way. Breaks nicely for the home side though. Unai was caught. Great goal from Azzedine Unai, which is the difference between these two sides. Hakimi's ball in to the back post again. And Saiss both getting in each other's way, I think, the two centre-backs. And now they need to regroup to Morocco. Jemas Yamale, who plays his club football in Morocco with Difar El Jadida, doing pretty well as well this season, 4th in the Moroccan league. Munir passes it on to Saiss. Now Sami Maye, early replacement for Jawad El Yamik, one of 2 injury-enforced changes that Morocco boss Fahid Halilhodzic has been forced to make. Veteran striker Jemersi Mbakani on the bench for DRC, captained the side in the first leg. No foul there apparently from Chancellor Mbemba. Aguerd's header's going to drop though for Amale. Here's Meshak on the opposite side now. Was he fouled? No. He committed the foul apparently, says the referee. Yeah, Fahid Halilhodzic spotting the dive from Meshak. Quite right too. Maye is going to sneak in behind. Here's Tissoudali, great chance for number 2! Clinical finish from Tariq Tissoudali. And Morocco have a second. He got the vital away goal in the first leg. He's got the potentially decisive second in the second leg. Latched on to the mistake in the back line from the DRC. The header forward from Maye, not quite big enough, was Luyendama. And that is a super finish from Tissoudali. Bided his time and just slipped it through the legs of the goalkeeper. He's been in clinical form for his club, and he's now done the same for his country. Morocco 2, DRC 0, 3-1 in aggregate to the home side, and Morocco edging towards a place in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Well, he took the first leg goal brilliantly, did Tissoudali. And that one was just as good. Has the ice in his veins required in front of goal. And spine-tingling atmosphere inside the Stade Mohammed V. Still 4 minutes of the first half to be played. Remember, 12 minutes added on due to a very long stoppage following a clash of heads between Luyendama and Yassine Bounou, who then collided with Cedric Bakambu and has had to go off. Here's Bakambu now. Wissa. They've offered very little going forward, have DRC in this first half. Yohan Wissa, his ball in and a chance. And maybe Bakambu leaping in front of Meshak didn't help him. Can't have seen much of that, Meshak. Ball striking him rather than the other way round, which was what was required. Marcel Tisserand. Amale. Again, should get there in front of Meshak and does. What is Amale doing? Getting involved with the ball boy on the far side. Here's Tissoudali to his fellow goal scorer Unai. A little bit isolated on that far side was the Angers midfielder, but does well. Good perseverance, and now Tissoudali played through. Very quickly off his line, Kia Sambua, and he needed to be. At 2-0. It's a big ask for DRC. At 3-0, it would surely be good night. Still in with a chance, even if it's a slim one. They need to score twice now to DRC. And they would go through on away goals, but they've got to do it inside the 45, 46 minutes that's left here in Casablanca. One in the air by Masuaku, but out of play. Foul by Kayembe, who was just outwitted by Unai. Here's Hakimi. And now Hakimi charges forward. Often have we seen this. Stopped in his tracks though by Mbemba. That's half time. Morocco firmly in charge. And the majority of the crowd here believe that Tariq Tissoudali's goal, adding on to that from Azzedine Ounahi, will be good enough to take Morocco to the World Cup finals in November. Morocco 2, DR Congo 0 at half-time. Morocco lead 3-1 on aggregate. Just the sort of first half display that Morocco would have been hoping for. Nice embrace between the two Angers teammates, Ounahi and Boufal. As DRC seem to be starting the post-match inquest at half-time. Not a great performance so far from the visitors, who really need to step things up in the second half, but a goal for them could well make things very nervous in Casablanca. They need to score twice to the visitors to be able to go through on away goals. Amrabat calling for more from the fans. They have certainly given vociferous backing in the first half. But more will perhaps be required in the second 45 minutes. And a very quiet DRC contingent for now. The first half stats do rather tell the story of that first half. Morocco firmly in charge with 65% possession, 5 shots on goal, 9 attempts in total. But what count are the 2 goals, Unahi and Tissoudali, giving them a comfortable half-time lead. Welcome back to the Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca, Morocco. No wonder they're keen to get out there. They lead 2-0 at half-time. 3-1 an aggregate in this World Cup playoff. It's the third round of qualifying, actually. And they have the advantage, and quite significantly so, over the Democratic Republic of Congo, who look like they're going to make a change at half-time with Gael Kakuta just on the sidelines there. You can see the number 14, who's had such a good season with Lens in the French First Division. This little embrace with Faisal Faye. Kakuta is coming on, the first change for the Democratic Republic of Congo this evening. Kakuta. Well, it was said that he was coming on for number 16, it seemed to me, but number 16 is one of the reserve goalkeepers. see how things change. Mishaki's out there, I can see, Bakambu as well. Wissa too, so it looks like it's going to be a very attacking formation, so it looks like one of the midfielders has gone off. Suspect it'll be Samuel Bastian. So get some confirmation on that for you. Underway again then in Casablanca. Morocco 2, DRC 0. Morocco lead 3-1 on aggregate and very much in charge of this World Cup playoff. Just a reminder, Senegal and Ghana already through. Cameroon lead 1-0 in Algeria, so that one's all square, and as things stand heading for extra time, Tunisia lead 1-0 on aggregate, but still 0-0 between themselves and Mali in the other game being played tonight. Tonight we will know which 5 teams are heading to Qatar 2022. Unahi. Deep ball in and a chance maybe. Tissoudali. It was El Kaabi who teed him up just as he did in the first leg, but not quite the finish this time from Tariq Tissoudali. And you have to say that a third goal for Morocco would kill this. As things stand, Democratic Republic of Congo have to score twice. That would take them through on away goals. We cannot now have extra time in Casablanca. Naya Fagued, here's Roman Saiz. Morocco backline has not been particularly troubled by the DRC this evening, at least not yet. They've now gone to a back 4 now for Democratic Republic of Congo. And the reshuffle has seen Louis Dama actually being replaced. The 3 centre-backs being taken off, but it's Morocco coming forward with real intent here. And if he could have just sneaked the ball through El Kaabi, Hakimi and Tissoudali were both there unmarked. And the half-time tweak for the DRC, taking off the extra defender, looks to have made them pretty vulnerable. Hakimi across to take the corner. Fagued and Saiz will be major targets. Mai is in there as well. Oh, great delivery from Hakimi. Get a second chance. Better from the Paris Saint-Germain player. No, it wasn't. Away by Bastian. Unahi. That's a better ball in. Punched away. And there's an injury. Saiz is down. And I think it's a clash of sides rather than a clash of heads, which we saw in the first half between Louis Ndama and Bunu, which forced that 10-minute stoppage or so. And eventually led to Bunu being substituted. Remember, Morocco have used 2 of their substitutions already. Both of them injury enforced. But it's Azzedine, Unahi and Tariq Tissoudali who have scored their goals to give them a pretty comfortable position here in Casablanca. Here's Sami Mai, one of those first half substitutions. Saiz's ball forward, it's a good one too. Messina, that's a lovely little fluid move from Morocco. Here's Tissoudali, El Kaabi to his right. Tissoudali might go all the way. Important hand in there from Kia Sumbua. The DRC goalkeeper denying Tarek Tusudali a third goal in the tie and a second of the night, and keeping his side in this. They've got to try and get a foothold in the match to the DRC. But it's been a strong start to the second half from Morocco. Here they come again. Away by Amale. Flicked on by Bakambu, but nobody behind him in a blue and white shirt. And it's going to go all the way back to Munir Mohammedi. Came on for Yassine Bounou 2 minutes before the break. Well, in the 43rd minute, it wasn't 2 minutes before the break. There were 12 added on at the end of the first half due to that injury to Bounou. Here's Amale. Kayembe. Was influential in the first leg with Zedo Kayembe, not so much so this evening. As soon as header away. Now Amrabat. Picked up a first half booking with Sofiane Amrabat. One back by the DRC. Here's Kakuta. He can make things happen on the ball. Meshak. And look at what it means to Nayef Aguerd. His dad and his uncle both played Division 1 football in Morocco. I think it's safe to say Nayef is the best footballer so far, at least, in the Aguerd family. Will be playing European Champions League football next season, Nayef Aguerd, with Rennes, who are going along so well in the French top flight Ligue 1. One of Europe's most entertaining teams, it has to be said. Only Paris Saint-Germain have scored more goals than Rennes this season. As Aguerd gets caught in possession, that's a mistake, and a rare one too. But not quite as costly as it might have been. And just as I'm singing his praises, Nayef Aguerd makes a schoolboy error. Kakuta will trot across. Tisserand, an obvious target. And Bemba also. Wasted by Kakuta. DRC need better. That's a good ball, good return ball from Meshak, and a better cross this time. And Aguerd is there. It's his mistake, though, that's led to the spell of pressure for DRC. Another corner. Second in the space of a minute for the visitors. That's better from Kakuta. Again, Aguerd with the clearing header. Meshak. Amale. Coming out by Amrabat. And now Morocco on the counter-attack. They can be dangerous here. It's 3-on-1. Tusudali. Sneaks it through to Anahi. That's the third, and surely that's it for Morocco. A second of the night for Azzedine Ounahi. A third of the game for Vahid Halilhodzic's Morocco. They lead 4-1 on aggregate. And even the taciturn Morocco coach allows himself a smile. His team now surely heading to the World Cup finals in Qatar later this year. Again, the transition doing the damage just as they did in the first leg. Thought maybe the opportunity had gone when Tissoudali checked back inside, but Unahi found with space and time, and Masuaku not tight enough, but you can see why, because there was El Kaabi behind them as well. DRC caught out and punished. Morocco 3, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Morocco leading 4-1 in aggregate. And the smiles on the face of Azzedine Unahi and Ashraf Hakimi, and the desperation on that of Chancel Mbemba tell the story that surely now Morocco will be joining Ghana and Senegal and 2 other teams from Africa as the continent's representatives at Qatar 2022. Minutes into the second half, and Morocco have this one in the bag, surely. Play as well from Tissoudali. Scored 1 and set up 1 this evening. Meshak, that's a dangerous ball. An opportunity to pull one back. Johan Wissa arriving. Seems to have taken a blow to the head as well. Really dangerous ball in from Elia Meshak. I think it's a boot from Sami Maye. Ball had to be challenged for, though, from both players. So left holding his head. Referee not taking any action, though. Seems to me that he's getting a message from his Polish counterpart, who's the video assistant referee this evening. When he goes on, there's a potential penalty check. Again, so Saiz wins it and gets Morocco moving forward again. El Kaabi. Hakimi, still Ashraf Hakimi. Foul by the Paris Saint-Germain fullback. His head in disgust, disbelief. Very rare that you see a player, if ever, agree with a decision that goes against them, even when they're winning 3-0. Good run by Meshak, but matched by Messina. Gives Meshak the eyes. Taken quickly. Meshak, and still. Everyone can sympathise with Tariq Tissoudali. Blocked across that. As we approach the hour mark in Casablanca, Morocco 3, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Morocco lead 4-1 in aggregate. Kakuta flicked on, and a chance and away by Unai on the goal line. And now Morocco can hit DRC on the counter-attack as well. Good recovery from Bastien, crucial from the Belgian-born midfielder to stop that counter-attack from Morocco. But this is a really good spell of pressure from the DRC. They have a lot of work to do and a lot of goals to score. They need 3 now. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Just had 1 cleared off the line. Here's Masuaku, Kayembe. Masuaku, not seeing a lot of him going forward this evening. He's dispossessed cleanly. Unahi. He loses it fairly cheaply, it has to be said as well. Here's Kakuta. Was he fouled? He was indeed, pushing the back on the Lot's midfielder. And a free kick opportunity for the visitors. This is their best spell of the game by some distance. This was the opportunity. Wasn't quite cleared off the line. But you suspect that Wissa would have turned that one in at the back post had it gone across to him. Unahi in the way. Still time for what would be a remarkable, well, it's not quite the right adjective, something of an understatement, comeback if the DRC do turn this one round. But here's an opportunity. Kakuta can be a real threat from this sort of distance. Wissa is there as well. I suspect it'll be the left foot of Kakuta though. It is indeed, it's on target. Straight into the midriff of Munir Mohammadi, who's looked solid since replacing Yassine Bounou. But again, not the most difficult save he'll ever have to make. But it wasn't target. Morocco just need to draw the sting a little bit of the DRC right now. Here's Hakimi. Unahi. Away by Tisserand. That will be a throw on the far side to the hosts. Very impressive in their World Cup qualifying group, the second round. Morocco, 6 wins from 6. Back in 2018, it was the 3rd round. That was the group stage. This time it was the 10 group winners from the second round who went through. Topping the group, including Benin, Tanzania and Madagascar. Coming through with a win on the final round of matches against Benin to top the group by just a single point, which is the margin by which they missed out on the last World Cup actually to Tunisia. They're also playing for their World Cup future this evening at home to Mali. Has been an absolute nightmare for the DRC defenders since coming off the bench in the first half. Here's Kakuta's ball through, looking for Ryan Wissa. They just haven't been strong enough going forward, have DRC this evening. 26 minutes remaining. Morocco 3, Democratic Republic of Congo 0, and Morocco looking odds on to reach the World Cup finals for a 6th time in their history. They were hoping to perform better than they did in Russia 4 years ago, but it has to be said they were handed a particularly difficult group with Spain and Portugal, as well as Iran in that group. The old age ringing around the stadium suggests that the Morocco fans think this is all over. The shouting, doing the shouting for the next 26 minutes, and probably well into the night as well in Casablanca, you'd suggest, and right around the country. Morocco places club football at West Ham in England. He's actually born in France and maybe coming back to his birth country with his current club, as they will be playing Lyon in the Europa League quarter-finals. Kukuta dispossessed. Again, gives it straight to Samuel Bastian. Morocco, as you can see, just running down the clock. Quite a lot of clock to run down, it has to be said, though. 24 minutes left. They're well in charge here. Hakimi. Still a goal from the DRC would just introduce that little bit of doubt. So they're a fourth for Morocco. Will kill all doubt dead. Al-Kaabi on the swivel. 5 goals in World Cup qualifying in the second round, did Al-Kaabi. Mane. Cut out by Saïs. Tissoudali. Still Tissoudali. Gets it back from Hakimi. And back to Tissoudali, it's off the post! And how did that stay out? How on earth have Morocco not scored a fourth? El-Kaabi was there, Tissoudali was there, and the ball somehow didn't end up in the back of the net. Unahi getting beyond the back line again, Tissoudali squeezing it through, and almost 2 opportunities for El-Kaabi to score. Second time he seemed to get his foot stuck in the turf, and then Tissoudali with the follow-up over the bar. Still just a slim opportunity for DRC. Driven through by Kayembe. Certainly had more opportunities in the second half of DRC than they did in the first, but there's been plenty at the opposite end as well. Look at there, El-Kaabi once, twice, 3 times a maybe. Quite, as that Unahi comes through again and shoots, and this time it isn't. The follow-up from Hakimi, and there is the fourth. Achraf Hakimi, Morocco's bona fide superstar, getting on the score sheet. It's all over now. There's surely no way back at all for the DRC. Unahi with the shot. Decent stop from Kia Sumbua. Chelsea unlucky that the ball drops to the gifted feet of Achraf Hakimi. A little bit fortunate, actually, as Hakimi mishit the shot. But it's Morocco 4, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Morocco leading 5-1 on aggregate now. And if the party already hadn't started in Casablanca, it can now. Senegal through, Ghana through. Morocco, it's not confirmed yet, but surely through as well. The other games very much in the balance. Tunisia-Mali still 0-0. Tunisia lead 1-0 on aggregate. And Algeria-Cameroon locked dead level. 1-1 on aggregate with Cameroon leading in Algeria. Eric Choupo-Moting with the goal for the Nations Cup hosts. That one could well go to extra time, and will do as things stand. Mali. DRC now playing for some pride. 19 minutes left in Casablanca. Morocco 4, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Ball in. Great delivery, way back to Sudani in the near post, and here come Morocco again. Every time they raid forward, it's in numbers and with real menace. El Kaabi wants it played through. Hakimi, El Kaabi, stopped by Masuaku. Kakuta dispossessed by Amrabat. El Kaabi blocked by Mbemba. Still want more to Morocco. Kayembe. Wissa. Up against Sami Maye. Yohan Wissa. Position where he scored from in the first leg. Finds Meshak. Good defending by Messina. Just forced Meshak to make up his own mind. Fans certainly enjoying this now, as well they might. Roman Saiz to Sudali. Now Hakimi to Unahi. Had a really good game as Azzedine Unahi, who only turns 22 next month. Club football now in France, as I mentioned, but started here in Casablanca with Raya. Only made his Morocco debut in the Nations Cup in the 1-0 win against Ghana. The first group stage game for Morocco in the competition in Cameroon just a couple of months back. He's going to play a lot more times for his country, certainly will do on the strength of this performance. Just a smidgen over 15 minutes left in Casablanca. Morocco 4, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Come again, now he followed confidence after 2 goals tonight. Hakimi, he's got on the score sheet too, and not often you see that from Achraf Hakimi. That this will be the 6th time that Morocco go through to the World Cup finals. Only gotten through out of the group stage the once. It was in Mexico in 1986. Here's Amala. Tissoudali. Unai. Hakimi. White shirts in front of Achraf Hakimi. Kayembe. Mashak, who's been quite impressive in the second half. Intercepted by Saiz. We'll throw in on the far side. Are in no great hurry as Theo Bongonda looks to come on. Samuel Bastian is going to make way. And Johan Risa for Ben Malango, who was, I thought, impressive when he came off the bench in the first leg. Here he is, first touch. Oh, what a goal! Unbelievable from Malango. It wasn't quite his first touch, it was his second. But the first touch was sensational. The second, out of this world. What a goal from the substitute. And talk about an instant impact. He has literally just come off the bench. Brilliant strike from Ben Malango. You will not see many better goals than that anywhere. Incredible goal from the man they call Big Ben. While he's only struck 1, DRC need 4. But that's the pick of the bunch as far as tonight's goals are concerned. And if we have a better goal than that, well, that's going to be right up there with one of the best ever scored. That was a super strike from Ben Malango. Maybe another opportunity here. Certainly was, Bakambu. Well, 4-1, I think Morocco still feel pretty comfortable. 4-2. There would be more than a few doubts. Saiz, not quite big enough. Similar, in fact, to the goal that Tarek Tissoudali scored just before half-time, when Christian Luyendama headed on unwittingly into his path. But that's the goal that the DRC do have. Foul by Tisserand on Tissoudali, and the booking for the DRC captain. Certainly an arm across and up into the face of Tissoudali. I think it's going to be the last we see of Tarek Tissoudali this evening. Ryan Maya is coming on. So is Sofiane Boufal. To go. Boufal is on. Tissoudali, who has been the most influential player for Morocco over the two legs. Adam Messina makes way as well. Missed that first leg penalty. That'll just be a bad memory. Yahia Allah as well. What a great cheer from the fans here. He plays for Wydad in this stadium as Hakimi goes for goal. Similar sort of distance and position from where he scored that game-deciding free kick against Malawi in the round of 16 at the Nations Cup. Not the same outcome this time. Has to be said that it was a brilliant free kick, but it was only the second best goal in that game because Malawi's strike to open the scoring was even better than Malango's goal here. Here goes Unahi. An excellent game he's had, the young midfielder. Amala can't quite get the ball out from under his feet. But still nearly squeezed it through to Ryan Maye. And the Maye brothers, after starting in Kinshasa, both coming off the bench here. Goes Bongonda. Try and beat Amraba and Sand. Yahia can't do it. Yahia actually coming on at left back and making his international debut. He's 27. A big day for him. Sofiane Boufal as well. Familiar figure to European football fans after his spells in England. Southampton, but also, of course, in France with Lille, and now all back at Angers, where it all started for him. Such a good Nations Cup as well, to be fair. It's Maye got that late goal in the opening game at the Nations Cup to beat Ghana. Get Morocco off to a winning start. FIFA. 6 minutes left. Morocco 4. Democratic Republic of Congo 1. 5-2 on aggregate for Vahid Halilhodžić's side. As I mentioned earlier, has been heavily criticised. Looks like he's going to take his second team to a World Cup finals. Although it would have been his fourth, but he was relieved of his duties by Ivory Coast and Japan just before the respective World Cups that they played in. 2010 and 2018. So Bakambu heads off and Bakani is on. Captained the side in the first leg, did the veteran. He's now up alongside Malango. substitute here by Mali. That'll be a free kick. See the disappointment on the face of Hector Cooper. Fouls ball in. Easily dealt with by the DRC defence, Kayembe. That's nicely done by Malango as well, but good recovery too from Amala. And coolly done from the Standard Liège midfielder. No doubt have some words of comfort for Samuel Bastien, Standard Liège teammate on the opposite side of tonight's result. Here's Roman Saiz. Searching for Boufal, and would have found him. Boufal was beaten by the bounce. And, they can afford to smile now. Can Morocco. Gerard's header. Here's Boufal. Really battling with Kayembe. Masuaku. Kayembe again. Amale. Bakani. Still Bakani. Masuaku's ball in. Good header away by Yahia Atiat, substitute. Free kick goes DRC's way. Not much has this evening. Not often you see that sort of emotion from Vahid Halilhodzic. Absolutely delighted. Fighting forward. Malango's there, and Bakani too. Shot comes in, maybe a chance here. Great bit of defending. Tisserand looked ready to strike, and it was Yahi, the substitute, just stabbed it away from him, and now Unahi was on a hat-trick. Hakimi and Amala should have scored. That was offside. Did just about everything wrong there. Salim Amala. Bongonda. Kakuta. That's a good ball forward, looking for Mbakani. Barrel-chested veteran. 36 now is Jumersi Mbakani. Makes his feelings known, shall we say, to the assistant referee. Very successful career in Belgium. Not quite so successful when he moved to France with Monaco. Well, French league at least with Monaco. Short spell on loan as well in England and Norwich. A tremendous goal record in Belgium, 102 in 203 games for Mbakani. So Kakuta strikes. This probably the last, could well be the last we see of Jumersi Mbakani. The Democratic Republic of Congo shirt in a competitive fixture. Minutes, very nearly up. Now just a little hush around the stadium. suspect for the next 3 minutes it'll be fairly quiet, and then with the final whistle will come the celebrations. Just a little update on the games elsewhere. Still 0-0 between Tunisia and Mali, and we're into added time there, so if that stays like that, Tunisia will be going through to the World Cup finals. Algeria 0, Cameroon 1. That, as things stand, heading to extra time. It's all over in Tunisia. They are through to the World Cup finals. So Ghana through, Senegal through, Tunisia through, Morocco all but through. All we're waiting now for is the final whistle to confirm it. In Algeria 0, Cameroon 1, we're going to extra time. Unahi. Still Unahi. Is that going to sneak in? Not quite, sneaks over. Doesn't seem phased at all to see the wiry build of the 21-year-old. And he's been superb this evening. Azzedine Unahi drafted into the starting lineup this evening. He's not going to be out of it if he keeps performing like this. Foul. Unahi. Rabat. Foul. Next to one of the defenders, that's handball by Hakimi. It's going to be a yellow card, I think, for Sofiane Boufal for playing on after the whistle. And a few words being exchanged between Tisserand and Boufal. Masuaku acting as the peacemaker, and now Amala's getting involved. And more players running off. This is not what we want to see at the end of the game. And the referee desperately trying to keep the peace. And Amrabat sensibly just coming in and pulling Ryan Maye away. A yellow card for Amala as well, coming in and just adding fuel to the flames, really. Not necessarily so. And there goes the final whistle. Morocco will be at the World Cup finals in Qatar in November. Comprehensive win for Vahid Halilhodžic's side. It's ended here. Morocco 4, Democratic Republic of Congo 1, 5-2 on aggregate. Morocco are at the World Cup. Incident-filled match for the home side as well. Early injury to one of their defenders, Jawad El Yamik. Yassine Bounou, their goalkeeper, then forced off with injury after a clash of heads. 12 minutes added on at the end of the first half. But they led 2-1 at the break through Azzedine Unahi and Tariq Tissoudali. Unahi getting another 9 minutes into the second half. Hakimi adding a fourth with 20 minutes to go, and then it'll be scant consolation for the Democratic Republic of Congo, but they scored the best goal of the night. Brilliant first touch and swivel and volley, dipping volley by Ben Malango. DRC well beaten by a Morocco side who looked very, very good this evening. They said the first leg, conditions were difficult. Searing temperatures in Kinshasa this evening. In the slightly more clement climate of Casablanca. The home side turning on the style. And they're through to the World Cup finals for the 6th time in their history. That man there played a huge part. Tarek Tissoudali got the first leg goal that gave them confidence and the slight edge ahead of this game. He got another one this evening, the second, to calm the nerves.
Allô? Allô? Oui, Sidi. Oui.
Vahid Halilhodzic clearly waiting for a very important telephone call. Most likely from the King of Morocco, I suspect. Mohammed VI.
Allah يبارك عمر سيدي. Allah يبارك عمر سيدي.
Not sure we should be eavesdropping on that sort of conversation.
Allah يبارك عمر سيدي. Allah يبارك عمر سيدي.
What's happening here? Shafakimi coming in to get a hug from his coach. Roman Saïs waiting patiently as well.
Allah يبارك عمر سيدي. Allah يبارك عمر سيدي. الله يبارك عمر سيدي. الكوتش لو كوتش هو الكوتش يا سيدي. بس ماجستي.
Hello. Indeed the king.
Oui. Ça va et vous, votre majesté? Merci.
How are you, your majesty? He says.
Merci votre majesté. Ça c'est qualification et victoire pour vous et votre peuple. J'espère que vous êtes contents.
Qualification for you
Mais
and the people.
ok, c'est pour vous et pour mon président, pour le joueur, pour tout le monde. On est tous heureux. Merci beaucoup, votre majesté. Je vous passe au capitaine.
I will pass you to my captain.
Merci beaucoup, je passe mon capitaine. Merci beaucoup, votre majesté. Merci beaucoup.
Pass you to my captain. Thank you very much, your majesty. What a surreal eavesdropping on the conversation.
Cool.
Between Vahid Halilhodzic and the King of Morocco.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Donc, très fier en tout cas de représenter notre pays. C'est une fierté et merci pour tout ce que vous faites pour nous.
Very proud to represent your country.
De beau à la Coupe du Monde et en montrant une belle image du Maroc au monde entier. Merci beaucoup, votre majesté.
We want to go to Qatar and show a good image of Morocco to the whole world. Says Roman Saïs to the King of Morocco.
C'est gentil, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Et Inch'Allah, on va continuer, on va faire quelque chose de beau à la Coupe du Monde.
I hope we're going to do something good at
merci beaucoup,
the World Cup, says Roman Saïs. They have an opportunity, they surely do.
Merci à vous pour tout aussi, merci beaucoup. À bientôt. Au revoir, Flama.
See you soon, he says Roman Saïs, as if he's talking to his best friend. I'm sure he has met the King of Morocco a number of times already. May well do again. It's a dominant performance from Morocco. Possession, shots, 11 on target for Morocco. 4 of them found the back of the net. They may well have had more. 4-1 win on the night, 5-2 on aggregate. Morocco will be one of Africa's 5 representatives at Qatar 2022.